If you are feeling lost as a young man, you have no sense of mission, of purpose, of drive, of adventure, this video is for you. If you're 14 years old, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and you don't know where to go, you feel lost in life, this is the exact video for you. Now you're thinking, Arlo, how do you have the credibility to speak on such a topic? And I'm going to show you exactly why. Look at the next slide. I have presented 3 images, and all 3 images speak a different story. We're going to go through them one by one. The first image, I can vividly remember it. I took it on the 9th of September 2024. Now the reason I remember it, it was the lowest point for my physique. I was out of shape. I did not look my best. I had acne all over my face. I was unconfident. Even though I presented myself as a confident person, I did not feel good in the way that I looked, in the way that I carried myself. The second image, me blackout drunk. It's not a good look. Drinking too much, too fast, an absolute embarrassment. We're not going to go into that story because it might get taken off YouTube. The third photo, I'm not looking my best either. You can't see it that well, but once again I've got acne, I'm unconfident, I've got a bloated face, I do not look good. And you're thinking, Arlo, how do you have the credibility to talk on this topic? Now the reason I have the credibility is because I've gone through the same things as you. I've felt lost, with no purpose, no drive, no mission, no sense of adventure. I've felt the exact same as you, but I've changed my mindset. And with the 5 tips, the 5 best pieces of advice that I can give you, you are going to change your life today. So we're going to go through it one by one. Number 1, the G mindset, the Don mindset, the big boss mindset. This is what you must have. Now the 2 images that I have is Tate smoking a cigar and Mike Tyson fighting the police. And I've included a quote from Mike Tyson that goes like this: the closer I get to the ring, the more confident I get. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me. That is the mindset that you need to have. You must flip your identity. You must flip your mindset and realize that every single thing in your life is in your control. No matter what happens, you must accept full accountability and responsibility for every single thing that happens in your life. The moment you make this switch, you realize that no one's coming to save you. You accept all responsibility and accountability for every single thing that happens in your life, and you have the G mindset. You wake up in the morning, you've got the biggest nuts in town. You can do absolutely anything. If you put enough time, work, effort, discipline into whatever task, you can absolutely achieve anything. If you want to go to Mars, you can absolutely do it. You just need enough time. You need to have the G mindset. Once you develop this, and you believe you are the fucking man in every single aspect of your life, you can go out and do absolutely anything. You are one step closer to not feeling as lost and developing into an all-round weapon. Number 2, your physique. This is the main thing that switched for me. You saw by the first photos, bloated, not in good physical condition. Now, I'm a V8 racehorse filled with nuclear energy, so powerful that I could stop the earth from moving and the tectonic plates with my karate and aikido. You must be the same. Now the 2 photos that I've included is a Greek god and James Bond. And I think this is what you should aspire to be like. You don't want to be a big bloat cell bodybuilder. It does not look good. But you know what does look good? No homo. Pause. James Bond and the Greek god. Shredded. The aesthetic frame. The V-taper. The broad shoulders. That's what you must have as well. And that's how you must train. The heavy compound movements. You must eat the cholesterol, the raw milk, the red meat, the eggs, the butter. You must train like a freak of nature. Number 3, combat sports. This is so important and it's not often talked about. If you can see, I have a certificate right there when I trained at Curating MMA, and it was one of the best times of my life. I trained there for 4 months, and next year, when I go to Thailand in January, I'm going to be training Muay Thai and plan to have fights there as well. If you can learn how to fight, learn violence, and be able to have it in a controlled manner, you will become so much more confident and have purpose in your life. One of the best things about the fight gym is that you have a sense of community around you, a sense of brotherhood, people that push you to be better. When I was at Curating, I was training 5 days a week, 2.5 hours, 3 hours a day, felt like nothing. People are pushing you to be better. And no matter how good you think you are, there is always someone better. I remember one time we were doing sparring, I believe kickboxing rounds, and I was in the ring. And usually the ring is for harder sparring. And I got my nose busted up, my leg, I couldn't walk from the low kicks. And I learned so much about myself that day. And you learn so much about yourself as a person because you think you're Mr. Tough Guy, but someone can humble you that quick. The two people that I love watching, Conor McGregor, OG Conor McGregor, with the confidence, with the strut, walking around the octagon. And it all started with the mindset. It all started with the mindset. He spoke it into existence. Mystic Mac and Ilia Topuria. Although he lost his last fight, he's one of my favourite fighters. Number 4, your friends and your environment. This is crucial. And so many young men get this wrong. And I know this because I went to a boys' school and I got it wrong as well. The image that I included, a Chad drinking some raw milk, and you got the soy boys hiding in the shade, scared of the sun. Don't do that either. But with your friends and environment, it is so crucial. It is one of the biggest things that people get wrong. If you hang around 5 stoners, you're going to become the 6th. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you're going to become the 6th. That is how you need to approach it. You cannot hang around people that don't make you better. I can tell you right now, I have significantly cut down my friend group. I hang around with 1, 2 people, but they're special forces soldiers. I could call them at the middle of the night and they'd pick up. This is what you need as well. You don't need 20 fake friends. You need 1 to 2 special forces soldiers. And if you don't have these people, go alone. It's better than the people that are going to stab you in the back. So your friends and your environment. Get this right. Last point, adventure maxing. This is so crucial because a lot of people get it wrong. Or if I start going to the gym and I start eating healthy, I'll just become a monk and just sit in my room all day. Absolutely not. You need to adventure max. So the photos that I've included, motorbike, which I'm planning to ride in Thailand next year. I'm looking forward to it. The bike that I really want. Harley Davidson 1250cc. Doesn't get much better than that. Got the world map. You need to travel. You need to plan trips. Instead of spending all this money on alcohol and drugs, how about you try to plan a trip with your boys? A couple of weeks ago, I went to Italy with one of my best mates. We went for 3 weeks. I'm going to Thailand in January. I plan to go back to Europe in June and July. And I want to go to Brazil for the month of December in 2027. Doesn't get much better than that. Shooting guns, smoking cigars, spearfishing, Muay Thai, climbing a mountain. You can do all of these things with your friends. You can plan these trips out instead of wasting your money on things that don't move the needle forward, that have no value to you. Spend it on some things that are actually going to get value out of your time. You're learning a new skill set. Learn a new language. Adventure max. You don't have to be a little monk that just sits in his room all day. You don't want to do that. You need to adventure max. You've got your physical fitness. And then find an adventure. Plan an adventure. Plan a trip. Figure out how much it's going to cost. And then get to work. These are the main things. So we're going to go through it once again. We're going to summarize. Number 1, the G mindset. The most crucial. You must believe you are the man. You must believe you can do absolutely anything if you put your mind to it. You must believe that if you step into any room, people are going to come to you. This is how you must be. You must have the G mindset. Number 2, your physique. It is so important. I believe the obesity rate is 33% in New Zealand. 1 in 3 New Zealanders are overweight. They're obese, not even overweight. If you can get shredded, if you can get bicep veins, if you can get a 6-pack, people are going to look at you in a different light when you put on that shirt. People are going to know you're the man. Number 3, combat sports. So important. Every single man must train combat sports or have trained it before in the past. As I've said, I trained at Shuriken. I'm going to be training Muay Thai in Thailand next year. the sense of combat sports. You know how to control violence. You know how to defend an attack. You know how to attack someone. You can protect and provide for people that you love. Number 4, friends and environment. So crucial, and most people get it wrong. They hang around the wrong motherfuckers. People that drag them down. You need to be hanging around people that want to get you better. People that are doing better than you. People that make more money than you. People that are more jacked than you. You speak to people that, maybe I shouldn't speak to him. He's done much more than me. That's who you should be speaking to. That's who you should be hanging around. And that's what I've done. And that's what you should do as well. Number 5, Adventure Max. Plan a trip. Plan an adventure. How much is it going to cost? Stop spending the money on alcohol and drugs and stuff that you don't need, and plan a trip. Something that's going to be insane. You're going to get memories. You're going to remember it with your friends. So if you're feeling lost in life, as a young man, you're 14 years old, you're 15 years old, you're 16, you're 19 years old, you don't know what to do. These 5 pieces of advice will change your life. I can promise you that. I can absolutely promise you that. So send it to a friend who's struggling right now, and if you're struggling right now, write this down. Write this down and implement it today. You can absolutely implement all of this today. I know you can. I believe in you, brother. And also make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are going to be coming soon. Also, if you're not following the Instagram, what are you doing? Follow the Instagram. I'll catch you boys later. Bush!